Emily Mallory of Emily's Papercrafts, and today I'm really excited to be showing you how to use, again, our circle die cut and iris folding techniques to create this rose greeting card. Let's get started. Before we get started, very importantly, there's a link in the description to the pattern and some resources if this is your first time iris folding. Okay, so we're going to start with our card front. I've already stamped it, so that way I don't have to remember to do that before I start doing my layers. It's always good to do that beforehand. This pattern is going to be a little bit different today as we're using both numbers and symbols. So all of my numbers that have a particular symbol, so some have pluses and others have X's and some don't have any symbol at all. So that's why I'm going to differentiate when to change colors. So I'm going to start with my lightest color on the outside. I'm going to fold over that edge of the paper, flatten it down. It's okay if it's not folded precisely. No one's going to see it. It's going on the back side. And I'm just going to take a second and roll some tape along the edge just to help keep it flat. And then we'll put another layer of tape around the opening, which will make it nice and sticky and fun to work with. But it beats cutting lots and lots of little pieces of scotch tape, which is traditionally how iris folding was done. So we're going to start up here with number 1 and the plus signs. So I'm just going to eyeball it because I've got sticky tape all the way around. Kind of pinch where it's going to overlap each side of the opening a little bit. Line it up with the line and fold it down. And then we'll move on to 2, which also has a plus sign. Kind of eyeball it so it overhangs just a little bit. It doesn't need to overhang a lot, just enough to catch both edges of the colored paper on both sides. And we're putting the folded part toward the center. So next we're going to move to 3, and 3 overhangs this pink part, so we're going to put a little bit more tape down. And this piece is a little bit long. The more paper you have lingering on the back side, the thicker your finished greeting card is going to be. Okay, and it's nice and sticky, which is just what we want. Alright, I'm going to need another piece here to do number 4 and 5. Hold it down. More tape. Line it back up again. Sometimes I use washi tape to hold down the die cut opening. Other times I don't, because I am not always great with my washi tape about not sticking to my background and then ripping the background when I get done. It's 4 and then 5, and then we will switch to a new color because we will be done with all of the plus signs. There was 5. Next I'm going to do my cool sort of marbled paper for all of the X's. Nope, stay down. Ah, I see our problem. There's no tape on the edge of the pink, which we were about to go back and put more on anyway. So we'll just pause. We're moving on to our marbled paper and fix that problem. So there is 5. We're lining it up with the edge of the black, and that piece is going to need more tape on top. I'm trying not to get tape all the way over the edge of the fold, because then that's going to show up on your greeting card and it's going to make a sticky mess when you put it inside the envelope. Just eyeballing it a little bit here so it overlaps on both ends, starting with 6 or 6X. The thing that I like about this rose is it's very asymmetrical. There's no right or wrong. You could totally skip around or even just skip a number completely to make it a unique rose from card to card. Okay, number 9 here is going to need more tape. Number 9. It's getting very, very sticky, which always happens because there's always exposed tape as we continue to build. All right, one more X. So one more little piece here of our marbled paper. You know what, I might even just cut what I need and then tape it. A little bit generous there, but that's okay. And one more layer of tape because we just put that one down and we've gone all the way around the other. And then moving on to our third color. I went with 3 different colors so it would look like the rose was still opening and a little bit in bud form. So you weren't seeing all the petals at the same color. You could make it all one color instead of 3 colors, or you could do it as 2 colors, or each petal is a different color. That is the nice thing about iris folding, is you get to make the pattern and the final project your own by just changing the paper. Okay, more tape. Almost done. 13. Okay, I think it would probably stick without putting more tape there, but just to be safe, was a little bit more tape. And just like that, we're already up to the center. So for the center, I'm using a little piece of sort of gold shimmer paper, so it would look like the inside of a rose. Because it's small enough, there's no guesswork as to where it needs to go. I don't need to line it up with anything. So while I'm back here, I'm just going to go ahead and put more tape all the way around the edges. And I always like to put a little bit on the back side of that center so it'll just stay put. Okay. We'll line it up here with our card front. I've been playing around with this card a little bit more, and I've actually found that I like a smaller card size better. But for today, we'll use this size. Alright, then if you've purchased the kit, it'll come with 2 little leaves with an adhesive backing to it, so you just peel it off like a sticker. And then line up your little leaves. Decide where you want them. Got some cool little gold accents on them. Alright, and there you have your finished rose iris folded greeting card to send to someone special. Thanks for joining me today. See you again soon.